Hi guys! Since we have so much wisdom gathered here, since he has been living in Australia for the past 6 months and I've been living here for 2 days. No, but boy, do I know. Feels like 12 years already. I'm kidding. Am I? Anyway, I've been living here before too, and I can just confirm things that I knew already, and we've been living in Italy for the rest of our lives till now, until 6 months ago. We can compare things and points. The first one, of course, since we're Italian, food.
Food
In
across
Australia.
the countries.
Across the world.
Food is you get many options in Australia, I guess. Like there's many restaurants from all over the world.
Okay.
I worked in an Italian restaurant because it was easier.
Because he's Italian.
So yeah, they were like, you're Italian, you can work in an Italian restaurant.
Okay, restaurants, you can get anything you want here as long as you pay, basically.
Yeah.
You get anything, and also good things, like you can get everything really. But the problem for me is why, like grocery or whatever, when you buy things compared to Italy, vegetables, fruits, like even the fact that I don't eat fruits, like seriously, you know, even though I don't eat fruits, I see that here it's really expensive, and I can't even find zucchini. Like, what the hell? Did you see that? Like,
Yeah.
seriously, no.
In Japan, it's tough.
Yeah, you can't find that. Like, even if you want to pay $100 or whatever you want to, you can't find them. So whatever.
In Australia, it's different. It's very different. I guess they have land to spare and grow stuff. So you get both expensive and cheap fruit and vegetable. You can find almost anything you need.
Okay.
So it's for that I didn't find any difficulties to just do groceries with whatever I needed.
I do. But also because I live in the city, so it's not like you can get, like, I don't know, groceries in the markets or like from small shops run from people like growing the vegetables. So I think, I mean, you have choices because it depends. When in the supermarket where you go, you have everything you want, but it's just not like
not the
same. And you can't find zucchini again. Like, you can find them, okay, but not so easily. And even when you find them, it's like €1.50. Why for €1.50 I would get 1 kilo in Italy? And I'm like, okay, I guess I will not eat zucchini, which is okay. I mean, you have many other things. Like,
You have so many daikon.
I live of peas, like spinach,
Frozen.
yeah, and broccoli maybe. That's okay, but I wish I had zucchini and something more. Also, rice. It's just about rice everywhere you go. Of course, it's good whatever you want, but so many carbs. Like, okay, I want to get meat. Let's get meat, and they give you the rice like as a set, and you need to eat that. You can't just leave it there. I mean, you can, but you don't do
wasteful.
that. And then it's like you paid for that, and it's a waste because they don't use that again. And sometimes I'm like, don't give me the rice, and they're like, it's the set. Yeah, and I'm like, I know, I just don't want that. Anyway, so it's okay as long as you can cook a bit like inside by yourself and then eat outside, but you need to find a good balance. I'm not completely happy about this. Also, what I really don't like is the fact that everything is super sugary, and you can't find things without sugar. Or like, you know, in Italy you have the things like whole grain, like this is really healthy, proteins, or 50% calories off, whatever. Not here. And I even asked people, was like, what do you do when you want to eat like a sweet thing, but you're like on a diet, or you don't really want to like waste your life with calories or with sugar? And they're like, I just don't eat that.
Oh, that's really helpful.
I guess you're better than me at enduring
Strong-willed.
things. Exactly. But if I want something like sweet but not super sweet, like dark chocolate or whatever that I would eat in Italy, like biscuits that don't really taste like anything, but I like that. Here it's just like sugar, just take it. And even when you get things that you expect to be salty, it's sugar.
Yeah, and like all the sauces are with sugars. Yeah.
And
syrups or something.
It's okay because the taste it's good.
I mean,
like
it's
everything.
It's fine because I'm on a holiday, so I'm like, yeah, it's everything is so nice.
But
I guess on a daily basis it could be a bit too much.
And I'm like, okay, I guess I won't eat that then. Or even like
I will fast.
Exactly. Or even like in the G7 bike, like when you get coffee or anything you want, it's so hard to find something that it's either super bitter, like the tea that we had yesterday, or super sugary. And I'm like, ah. And
I think
even,
it was sugary. It was bitter, but it was sugar as
right?
well. Yes.
And even when you get the coffee, like in the office, and I'm like, without sugar, guess what? It's sweet. Like, how does this happen? Like, seriously. So it's okay as long as I can get people come here from Italy and bring me food that I really enjoy, and as long as you can shop on Amazon. Amazon has everything, and I got quinoa on Amazon.
Oh, so you do? I never did like grocery on Amazon.
Not really grocery, just things, because like some I can't find it here, and I just wanted quinoa, which is like more expensive than rice, but guess what? I don't care. I need my proteins. But the good thing is that you can find protein bars in all the 7-Eleven or like
with sugar or without?
Probably with sugar, but at least you get up your proteins up a bit, I guess.
For me, like I literally lived by the local market, which is in the center of like pretty much in the center of the city. There's a big, like two big market in Melbourne, so for me it was easy to get everything. So it was really different, but I guess like they're really proud, like Australian owned, Australian produce.
Like organic stuff also?
Yeah, also there was a whole wing of the market that was just organic stuff, and so I guess it's quite different.
Yeah, it's hard to find it here, or if you find it, it's really expensive. And what it's really a problem for me is that I don't have an oven. Like the oven is not in a Japanese house, like default. You need like to buy that, and it's expensive, and I don't have the gas like link to have an oven. And if I had that, I could like bake biscuits or bread or whatever like I want to, but I can't.
even if like
where do I put that?
Yeah, even if you get electric oven, gas oven, like you have to
move out. Yeah, because then there's no place
no
for
more
me.
wardrobe for you.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm not super happy about that. It's good because everything you eat is like good, like tasteful here, but if you think about the healthy like kind side, I'm not that satisfied. But I will work on my strategies and find a way to survive through this. That being said, since we were talking about this already, the house is really small, like as you know, as you can see, and also in Japan in general, in the city again, they're small. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied about the size of these compared to the one where I was living before, because that was really essential. But here I can even host people, you see, and we have place for that. And like if you live by yourself, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's really expensive though. Like with the same price, you could get, I don't know, 2-3 rooms in Turin. Yeah, even in the city center, like.
Yeah, it was quite expensive. Like when she told me how much it would be to pay in full, I was like, it's not.
How much would it be?
A family could live in Turin.
Yeah,
with
right.
That. Yeah.
What is that? Like 600 euros.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, I guess it depends on quality of life, of course, and where you live. But still, in Italy, that would be enough for, I don't know, 4 people.
Yeah, probably.
Here, barely 1, 2, if it's for a short period of time. Yeah, not forever. So yeah, I don't know about that in Australia.
So I always did like short rent.
Okay.
So I guess it's a bit more expensive, and I always did either rent rooms or share rooms. I mean, when I had my own room, it was like this big, like this room, and it was like $250 Australian dollars.
Okay.
So I guess it's like 200 euros, something like that. I'm not sure.
I guess you have more space in Australia though.
Yeah, like they in the city I paid like Usually for a share room, you pay something about 150, 200. It depends, like
1 month.
a week.
You see, that's the problem because then
But-
1 month is
Yeah, but
400.
in Australia, like you get paid at least somewhere about $20 an hour,
Okay,
like after tax sometimes. So
should
it's
be fine.
because Australian dollars is worth less than American dollar.
So from what we say, the next question would be, why don't you live in Italy then? Because there's no job, like
Yeah, I
no
mean,
work.
I found a job in Australia. The first day I
Walked in.
walked in a place, I said like I was literally for a week. I didn't bother to because I was like, now I settled in a bit. And then I went in the streets. I didn't have even a resume. I just walked in and I was like, oh, I see you're looking for a waiter. And they were like, yes, we do. And I was hired on the spot. Like, tomorrow you can do the trial.
That doesn't happen in Italy.
No.
So that's the point. Like that's why we're expats, immigrants, whatever you call us. And yeah, I guess that's what we have to live with for now.
Yeah, you have ups and downs, I guess.
But here, like quality life. So I talk about transportations, entertainment, and safety. It's good. Like I can walk alone at night whenever, like wherever. I can go everywhere by myself and I don't feel dangers. Like I'm okay. But in Italy, I wouldn't. But like Turin is okay already.
Yeah,
like I don't feel super unsafe.
But
I know I
There's-
should because
there's areas that you're a bit like,
and then you hear always like stories about, oh, she was like raped or he was like kidnapped or whatever happened, like stabbed, robbed, and like people are just like, are you sure you're going home alone? Like, yeah,
I guess so.
I'll try. But here it's like, okay, bye, whatever. Like you never hear. Or maybe there are, of course, there are some crimes or whatever, but not that much as in Italy. So I feel safe here. And also like living by myself, I'm never like, oh my god, I need to lock the door or whatever. Also because this building has a double entrance, so like if you can't get in downstairs, you're not supposed to come till here up. So I'm fine with that. I don't know about safety in Australia.
I think like it's really safe. I felt that nothing of worth of mention ever happens.
Okay.
Like about the crime, not about, it's not like a boring city. It's just like I never hear of many crimes. And when I walk around in the middle of the night, everything was okay. And people always say like, oh, be safe when you travel home, but I don't know about what they worry because
Maybe because you're not a woman though.
I mean, but I know, but they still say that to me as well.
Okay.
And like, I feel pretty safe.
You're like, guy,
Really.
I'm from Italy.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's nothing compared. Like,
Seems like we come from, I don't know, the Bronx or well, nothing, but I mean, not that I
we don't come like from a war country, a war zone,
exactly.
but it's I mean, it's a bit shady sometimes, and like
We know how to be aware.
yeah,
thanks to
exactly.
that.
Like I don't feel personally like in danger, but I know there are some areas there are
Like
there's
you need to look around, maybe
yeah
don't go.
robbery or stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to look after yourself. I never felt like that in Melbourne. I don't know if I lived in a
Yeah, and
nice
also
place.
it's a problem like for me because here I don't even bother like closing my bag on the trains. I'm like, yeah, whatever, just put everything there, I go home and it's open there, and then maybe like I'm falling asleep or whatever. And I always find everything, of course. But I can't imagine doing that in Italy. Like,
Oh no, it doesn't like
No.
you're sure you're getting
exactly.
something.
So I'm afraid, even though I'm quite sure it won't happen, I'm afraid once I will be there again, I'm like, oh yeah, it's okay. And I'm like, no,
it's
Italy. Like, it's closed, it's
definitely
everything. Yeah. So, yeah, I think overall we did an improvement in our lives, and that's why we're in our like respective place.
It was better for both of us.
Yeah.
From this point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we need? I mean, from this point of view, what else is there to talk? It's the only bad thing, honestly, now it's food. Like,
yeah.
For us, just because we're used to things that we don't have here, like ham, like affettati.
But I mean, I think it's a problem in Japan.
Okay.
Because I mean, there's I guess in Australia, in Melbourne, there's a big Italian community. And they bring stuff. So in the supermarket you can find Italian stuff.
Then maybe we just need some more Italians here, and then I can go to Little Italy in Tokyo and find everything I need.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, let's do that, guys. Another topic would be like the way of working, but that's too deep. And let's just say that it's different, but because of that, we also get different lifestyles and quality. Like,
I mean, in Australia, I only work like in hospitality.
Okay.
Which I did a fair bit also in Italy. But in Australia never was in an office environment, which is like the main framework of work when you think about what's your job, like you think of an office. I don't know how it is in Australia, but for the hospitality it was pretty much the same as it is in Italy, because you have to go around, bring stuff.
I think that also really depends on the company you're working for, so it's hard to talk about that, and I'm still not sure about what I'm doing, so I still need some time to figure that out. But I think we talked already too much. It's like, what? So yeah, I'll see you soon, and you probably won't see him for a bit from now on. I mean, some other videos, but then that's it. So
bye.
Was nice to have the chance to make another video like this.
Thank you.
Bye.